If you want to know how many squats a day will actually help you build muscle, you're watching the right video. I'll break down everything you need to know, from beginner strategies to advanced techniques. So let's see how many squats per day you really need to build muscle mass. If you're a beginner, do 20 to 30 squats per day, every day with the correct form. For most people, that means holding onto a wall to keep your back straight. Using a yoga or Pilates stick has the same effect. Be sure to position it on top of your traps and make sure you're not overarching your back. This rep range will build your mind to muscle connection. You need more reps at first to gain that muscle memory and to actually learn to do squats properly. Besides, 20 squats per day is easy enough so you won't get muscle soreness, but also hard enough to gain some posterior chain strength. After doing this for a few weeks, this is where we ramp things up. After a few weeks, you begin to master the form. You're also not winded anymore, your heart's not racing, and your legs tell you this is a piece of cake. So, add extra resistance, like holding a dumbbell or using resistance bands, and move into the hypertrophy range. This is where the magic happens if you want to add real size to your legs. The best rep range is 6 to 12 reps per set, repeated across 3 to 5 sets. This is where your muscles get the most time under tension, a key factor in stimulating growth. But just sticking to 6 to 12 reps isn't enough. You need to make sure each set is challenging. That means gradually adding more weight over time, or what we call progressive overload. It's the difference between maintaining and truly making gains. Of course, that means you probably won't be able to do squats every day anymore. You'll need at least one rest day in between your workouts, which means 3 to 4 workout days per week. Now let's see what happens when you shift your focus specifically towards strength. Unlike hypertrophy, strength training revolves around heavier weights and fewer reps, usually 3 to 6 reps per set. This approach pushes your muscles to their absolute limit, forcing them to adapt by getting stronger. But remember this, as the weights go up, so does the need for perfect form. Poor technique with heavy loads is a recipe for injury. To avoid that, use a mirror, record your form, or have a workout buddy give you feedback. And here's a pro tip if you want to build muscle and strength. Rather than sticking to just one rep range, alternate between high rep, lower weight, and low rep, higher weight. You can alternate in terms of days or sets. For example, you can spend a few weeks focusing on 6 to 12 reps for muscle growth, then switch to 3 to 6 reps with heavier weights for a strength phase. But I personally like to combine sets. For example, my first set is where I warm up with a lower weight and do about 10 reps. Then, I do 8 reps with a higher weight. My working sets are 4 to 6 reps. And then my burnout set is 20 reps with a light weight to really torch those muscles. Another interesting thing to discuss is doing daily squat challenges. You've probably seen these challenges yourself, like 100 squats a day, every day for 30 days. This sounds intense, but the question is if they're really great for muscle growth. Well, let's break it down. Doing high-rep bodyweight squats can be great for building endurance and toning your legs, especially if you're a beginner. But when it comes to serious muscle gains, there's a catch. These challenges don't provide the progressive overload your muscles need to grow. Sure, you might feel a good burn, and it can be a solid addition to your routine, but it won't replace a structured program with varying reps and added resistance. So, I mainly recommend them for beginners or people with really limited time and access to gym equipment. But I don't recommend them in the long run for everyone. That said, how many squats per day you're doing is not the only thing if you want to build muscle. You also need to consider rest and nutrition because your muscles don't grow while you're squatting. They grow when you're resting. This is when your body repairs the tiny tears in muscle fibers that occur during intense workouts, making them bigger and stronger. Overtraining without enough recovery time can actually slow down your progress or, worse, lead to injury. So aim for at least 1 or 2 rest days a week, especially if you're squatting heavy. And you should also fuel your body properly. Protein is the star player here because it provides the building blocks your muscles need to repair and grow. However, you also need fast-release carbs immediately before and after workouts. Depending on how heavy you lift, you might also need them in between your sets. So, that's it from me. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments how many squats you're aiming for, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate your support so far. The truth is, this channel can't grow without you. Also, thank you to the people in the comments who suggested this topic. Hopefully, I'll see you all there and in the next video.